What is going on, everybody? CJC presents Wanda Workouts and Anime. It has been a bit, but with today's video, we are tackling the other half of my channel, the workout portion. So I am revisiting a video I did like 4 to 5 years ago, and I think this is just a better way to go about doing a lat pull down at home. All you're going to really need is a resistance band and somewhere to loop your resistance band around. It could be a pull-up bar you have at home, or if you're working out outdoors, some sort of pull-up bar, any kind of bar, something that, you know, if you're going to pull on the band, it's not going to really move as much. So wherever you can find that, find it. Here's how you set it up. I got a few variations for you. Check it out. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. With that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, so I realized that I think I'm actually wearing the same shirt I wore 4 years ago since I did that video. Even though Dragon Ball creators are having issues handling the IP, which is a bit unfortunate, we are not going to have issues showcasing you how to do different lat pull-down variations in your home, in case, you know, like I said earlier, you did not purchase a lat pull-down machine. I don't have one. I usually just go to the gym up the street, but these are really good alternatives, especially if you're working out at home. Now, there is nothing wrong with doing a regular pull-up or an assisted pull-up with the band that I have here, but again, you might want to add some sort of versatility in your training. So there are 3 ways that you can actually just set up a lat pull-down with honestly just a resistance band and a pull-up bar. So method 1, simple enough. We are going to loop the band around the wide bar here, like so. Simple enough. Then here we go, we're gonna set it up. And then here we go, you already have a lat pull down set up, and I'll have an action shot right here. So that's how it would look if you set it up this way. Method 2, instead of looping through the wide handles here for a pronated, what we're going to do now is actually just put it through this top portion here. This way, when it hooks onto the wall, like so, you get essentially the same effect. So depending on what your preference is, you can honestly go either or. Again, great for one-arm setups, so on and so forth, right? Chin-ups, or, you know, the supinated variation. And then, of course, there is one more option, and this will be actually accessible to most people, especially if you are outdoors. Now, if you're outdoors, maybe your local park has like, what are those things called? You know, set up for bodyweight stuff. This is how you do it. You get this kind of band here, put it on top of the bar, and we're just gonna loop it through. And there we go. Now we have a lat pull down. If you are doing this at home, especially if you have a lower hanging part like I do here, you're gonna need more resistance, so you're gonna wanna pull yourself out. But the problem is, as you pull out, that is going to occur. So I'm gonna offer you 2 different variations to get that vertical pulling motion. Again, if you want to vary it up from pull-ups. Hey, Dan Schneider, up here. Yeah, all right, well, sorry about that. But yeah, so I realized that I messed up my recording the other day when I was trying to record the 2 variations. So in the event that you don't have a pull-up bar, or it's just too low for you, I also forgot to mention this earlier, the reason why I had towels on is because I don't want to damage the frame like I have previously done, even though we painted over it. But all you need is a band and, of course, a door hanger that we have right here. It goes right through the door frame and connected to the door. So here's how we're going to do setup 1. So we're going to loop this through like I showed you guys earlier. Okay, just loop it through like so. And here we go. Now, the key thing with back training, there are 2 key parts. One is the horizontal pull, the vertical pull, and then of course the diagonal pull, which is optional, but you can definitely incorporate it, especially for some nice back gains. But what's important about the lat pull down is it is a vertical pull. Well, how do we know? Because, well, obviously it is usually above our heads, like a pull up. Any pull down, of course, is going to be a vertical pull, and then anything horizontal is going to be rows. So in order to get that vertical pulling motion that we get during our lat pull down, we can set it up here, and what we want is our body to be parallel, right, parallel to whatever we're pulling at. So, you know, we're parallel to the pull-up bar, parallel to the lat pull down, and then same thing from where we're pulling from, we are still parallel, and we get this really nice contraction, especially with a resistance band. Now, if you want more of a rowing action, you can literally just, you know, come up a little bit, then you can actually get this really diagonal pull, and it'll hit a different part of your back. Now let's show you guys step 2 on the second variation. Alright, so option 2 is, instead of the top, we obviously have it at the bottom here. So again, we're going to do the same thing. We are going to loop it through. Nothing's changed. You can also do the same thing with like tubed bands. I like these better, that's just my personal opinion, they're a lot sturdier. So there's this thing called the Dante's row, which I'll show a clip here of Eugene Teo doing a demonstration of it. And to me, it doesn't necessarily appear as a row, but more so of a vertical pulling. Because again, if you're just moving your body, so let's say I'm in this position here, right, with a Dante's row, if I'm just standing right up, that's just a vertical pull. So again, you can just set this up right here as so, and again, you know, you can manipulate however you want. You want to do it supinated, neutral, pronated, however you want to do it. But with this, I like you get more stability, so you can push off this offhand, and then really get that pulling motion. All right, and there we go. That is 2 variations without a pull-up bar or a bar or anything like that. All you use is the door frame hanger, right? I think that's what it's called. Anyway. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. See you guys in the next video. Right? Did that make sense? I don't know. Peace.